Eva Kor was born in Ports, Romania in 1934. The time of her birth was the same time Adolf Hitler was rising to power in Germany. Her Jewish family faced increasing discrimination and persecution, and early in 1944, her family was deported to a ghetto. 2 months later, they were forced to a station and put on a train headed to an unknown location.
They loaded us up on cattle cars, and about 100 people to a cattle car. There was no room to sit. We were standing and leaning against one another.
When they asked for water, guards demanded 5 gold watches in return. The ride lasted for 3 days and took them to Auschwitz. When the doors opened, hundreds of Jewish families were forced to stand on a selection platform. In the confusion, a German soldier approached her mother and asked if her youngest daughters were twins.
We were dressed alike and we looked alike. And my mother asked if that was good, and the Nazi nodded yes, and my mother said yes.
It was also the last time she would see her father and her other siblings. Eva and her twin sister had become orphans for life in a matter of a few minutes.
We were taken to a huge building. Our hair was cut short. Our dresses were marked with a huge red oil-painted red cross on the back. And then we were tattooed.
On the first night that Eva and her sister Miriam were there, they discovered the bodies of 3 dead children in the girls' latrine. It made an already dire situation even more real to them.
I've never seen anybody dead. But then I realized that that could happen to Miriam and me, so right then and there I made a silent pledge that I will do anything and everything within my power to make sure that we would not end up on that filthy latrine floor.
Dr. Joseph Mengel performed experiments on the sets of twins. At times, Eva's arms were tied and she was injected with diseases to test her body's resistance. On one occasion, she had a high fever and was taken to the hospital. Dr. Mengel came into the ward.
I looked at my fever chart, and then he declared, laughing sarcastically, he said, "Too bad, she's so young. She has only 2 weeks to live." I knew he was right. But I refused to die, and I made a second silent pledge that I will prove Mengele wrong. I will survive and be reunited with my twin sister.
If she died, she knew her twin sister would immediately be killed and a comparative autopsy performed. The pair were just a few of the twins Dr. Mengel used for deathly experiments.
In Auschwitz, they used 1,500 sets of twins, which means 3,000 individuals.
The events were so painful, she didn't talk about them until the 1980s. 50 years later, Eva had a chance to meet with Dr. Hans Munch, a German soldier at Auschwitz, whose job was to witness the killing of innocent men, women, and children and sign their death certificate. She appreciated his information and his deep regret for not having the power to stop the Nazis. Eva wanted to do something for him.
How about a letter of forgiveness from me to Dr. Munch? I knew immediately that that was a meaningful gift for him. But what I discovered for myself was life-changing. I discovered that I had the power to forgive. No one could give it to me, and no one could take it away. It was all mine, to use it in any way I wished.
And that fact empowered her to look at the atrocities in a new light. She went on to write a letter of forgiveness to the Nazis, and especially Dr. Mengel. While it did not erase her pain, nor erase their guilt, it helped her realize she had control of her life through forgiving others.
Eva's letter of forgiveness is one of the centerpieces of this museum. While she will never forget the lives lost at the hands of the Nazis, forgiveness is what's helped liberate and empower her soul. It's a message she hopes will help others through challenging times. Traveling the countryside in Terre Haute, Indiana, I'm Andrew McCrae.